Hari Om, Namaste friends and my dear Yoga Bandhus. Myself Vinay, a yoga teacher, where we are here for this video session for the 6th International Day of Yoga preparation for the protocol which is given by the Government of India and the Ministry of Ayush. So according to the protocol, we have been edited the protocol and we have made a slot of a duration, the time duration, which I'll be handling the session on yoga, asana, pranayama and the meditations. So this is one of a video which is for my life, my yoga. So the video blogging contest also. So we shall begin the session with 3 Omkara and the prayer. So make yourself comfortable sitting in any meditative posture, keeping your back, neck, head straight, gently closed eyes. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. There will be several thoughts running in your mind. Slowly avoid the thoughts, focusing your body, breath and the mind. Making a sankalpa of practicing this yogic session on this auspicious day of International Day of Yoga as a preparation. We will start. Take a deep breath and start. Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvashavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. After the prayer, observe your body, breath and the mind. Slowly make a fist of your right hand and hold it back in the left to the wrist. Inhale, expand your chest, chin up. Exhale and bend forward to Bhunamanasana. Try to touch your forehead to the Mother Earth. Observe the vibrations. Throw out all the negatives, take all the positives. And inhale and come up. Slowly release the mudra and rub your palms vigorously. Feel the heatness and the energy. Make a cup of it in front of your eyes and blink your eyes in the dark 3 to 4 times. Once again, close your eyes and rub your palm. Give a gentle massage to your eyeball, to facial region and to your whole body with love and affection. And slowly open your eyes by seeing the Mother Earth. Once again, namaste to all. So, according to the protocol, we have some of the loosening exercises, then asana, then pranayama and the meditation. So, we'll go according to the edited protocol of International Day of Yoga program. So, first, initially, we'll be having a standing Sukshma Vyayama. Stretch your hands forward and slowly come up. Bring your hands down. 1 step legs apart, both the hands on your hips. Slowly, inhale, look up, chin up. Start it up. Inhale, look up, chin up. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Inhale and look forward. This neck movement exercise is one of the best exercise for the foot pipe. Now, exhale and turn your neck towards your left. Inhale and forward. Exhale and towards your right. Inhale and forward. Exhale and side. Inhale and forward. Exhale and side. Inhale and forward. This neck movement exercise is one of the best exercise for the neck region where It is very much helpful for the respiratory nerves. Inhale, exhale and try to bring your ears towards the shoulders. Inhale and up. Exhale and down towards the opposite side. Inhale up. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. This is one of the neck exercise which is very much helpful for the blood circulatory nervous system in the neck region. Now for all round stretch and flexibility of the neck region, we'll go with the rotation. Do as much as you can with the breathing pattern, coordinating your body and the breath. Inhale and stand. The clockwise. 1, 2, and reverse, anti-clockwise. 3 and 4. A complete rotation. Yes. Now we'll go with the next loosening exercise for the shoulder and the joints. Both the hands to the shoulder, palm facing up, both the hands on your shoulders. The elbows touching each other, rotation. 1 with the breathing. Expand your chest, inhale. Exhale when you bring your elbows together. 2, 3 and 4. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly bring your hands down. Now we'll be having the trunk movement, which is very much helpful for the spinal cord. Slowly stretch your hands forward. Inhale. Exhale and twist your spine completely from the lower back. Inhale and forward. Exhale and twist. Inhale and forward. Exhale and twist. Inhale and forward. Slowly bring your hands down. Now this is one of the loosening exercise or the Sukshma Vyayama where it gives a good flexibility for the spinal cord. Now we'll go with the hip joints and the knee movement. Slowly stretch your hands forward. Inhale. Exhale and down to the half. Inhale and up. Exhale and down to the half. Inhale and up. Exhale and down to the half. Inhale and up. Slowly bring your hands down and relax. Observe the body. Observe the joints and the body from the tip of your toe till the head region. Take a deep breath and exhale. Relax. Yes. Here is one of the major Sukshma Vyayamas which I have shown you. Now we'll be having the asanas. The Tadasana, first asana which we'll be practicing. Both the legs together in Samasthiti. Both the hands next to your thighs. Slowly inhale. Stretch your hands to the shoulder level. Palm facing upwards. Inhale, further stretch your hand up to the ear level. Interlock your fingers. Palm facing upwards. Slowly raise up on the toes. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly release your heels down. Release the fingers. Stretch your hands upwards and slowly bring back your hands to the shoulder level. Palm facing down and slowly hands completely down. One step legs apart. Just you have to observe with the closed eyes. Tadasana is also known as the palm tree posture, which is very much helpful for the stretches and the flexibility. It gives a good blood circulation in the body and helps to increase the height. The people who are suffering from the ankle joints pain or the fractures should avoid practicing this. Slowly coming to the Samasthiti, joining the legs together, we'll be practicing the Vrikshasana. Slowly focus on one unmovable object in front of your eyes. slowly. Taking your right leg up, the right foot at the tip of your left pelvic region. Make sure the knees are coming to the shoulder level. Slowly both the hands to the shoulder level up, palm facing up. Inhale further, stretch your hands up and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly inhale, stretch further, then exhale and bring back your hands to the shoulder level, palm facing down. Slowly bring your hands, exhalation with further exhalation down, and slowly bring back the legs down. Observe the difference between both the sides of your body. Vrikshasana is known as the tree posture, which is very much helpful for concentration and helps in the body balance. We will go with the complementary side, the opposite side. Slowly take your left leg up and place your foot completely to the right pelvic region. Slowly make sure the knees are coming to the shoulder level, both the hands to the shoulder level, palms facing upwards. Inhale, further stretch your hands up to the ear level, adopting Namaskar Mudra. Stretch your hands upwards and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly further, slowly bring your hands down to the shoulder level, palm facing down, and bring your hands completely down and bring your legs down. And relax in Shitila Tadasana, observing your whole body. The people who are suffering with the ankle joints problem or the recent fractures should avoid practicing this. Ardha Chakrasana. Both the legs together, one step apart. Make sure you are standing straight. Both the hands at the lower back, thumb fingers pointing each other. Inhale, roll your shoulder back, push your hips forward, and inhale, bend back and stay back in the position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale and up. Put your neck down. Release your hands and relax in Shitila Tadasana. Just relax your body. Ardha Chakrasana is also known as the half wheel posture, where it is very much helpful for reducing the back pain. But the people who are suffering with the major disc problems has to avoid practicing it. The people suffering with the lower abdominal surgeries has to avoid practicing. Then further we will go with the sitting asana. Slowly stretch your hands forward and make yourself sitting comfortable. Sitting asanas is one of our type of asana. In that we'll be practicing the Vajrasana first initially. Come to Sthiti Dandasana. Joining the legs together, both the hands next to your hip region. Slowly take your legs one after the other under your buttocks. Try to join your heels together and the toes together and sit straight with any one of the mudra with the closed eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly open your eyes and release the mudra. Stretch your legs forward one after the other. Vajrasana is known as the diamond posture, where it activates the Vajranadi, and it is only asana which can be practiced even after having a full meal. The people who are suffering with the problems of knee problems or the ankle problems has to avoid practicing this. The next asana is Vakrasana. Coming to the Sthiti Dandasana, slowly make sure that you are folding your right leg to the half, both the palms at the back. Inhale, stretch the opposite hand, the left hand up with the inhalation. with the help of your elbows, exhale and twist your spine completely. And try to look back by holding the palm to the toes. Exhale and twist back. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, look forward. Stretch your hand up. Bring your hands down and stretch your legs forward. Relax and Shitala Dandasana. The complementary asana, the same, to the opposite direction. Both the legs together in Samasthiti, both the hands next to your thighs. Then slowly fold your left leg, both the hands at the back. Inhale, stretch your hand up, opposite hand. Then slowly, with exhalation, twist your stomach and the spine completely. And try to hold the toes completely down and look back. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly inhale, look forward and slowly release the hand. Take back your hand and stretch your legs forward and relax in Shitala Dandasana. Vakrasana is one of the twisting asana which is very much helpful for reducing the waist region in the stomach, and it is therapeutically very much helpful for the diabetics. So people who are suffering with abdominal surgeries or the pregnant women or the people with the menstruational problems has to avoid practicing this. Slowly coming to the next asana. Pause, Manpa. Sitting in the Sthiti Dandasana, we'll be practicing Ardha Ushtrasana. Coming back to the Sthiti Vajrasana, taking the legs one after the other to Vajrasana Sthiti. Make sure you're raising up on the knees, having a distance between the legs 1 foot and the knees 1 foot equally. Make sure both the hands at the lower back, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale and look back and push your hips forward. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale and up and slowly sit back. Stretching your hands forward and relax in Shashankasana. Slowly inhale and come up. Yes, Ushtrasana is one of the asana, is also known as the camel posture or the Saundaryasana, which is very much helpful for the thyroid problems therapeutically. And people who are suffering from the disc problems or for the lower abdominal surgeries has to avoid practicing this. Now we'll be going for the next type of asana called the prone postures. Slowly, make sure you are sleeping on the chest region. Both the hands in Makarasana, heels facing each other, the toes facing outward, one on the other palm. Place your chin or cheek and relax. With the closed eyes, Makarasana is one of the best relaxation posture in prone posture. Makarasana helps with the blood controlling over the blood pressures. Yes, take a deep breath and exhale and relax. Yes. Now, coming back to the Makarasana Sthiti, we'll be practicing the Bhujangasana. Both the hands next to the chest region. Chin down. Inhale and raise up. When you're raising up, make sure your legs are together and raising up from the lower abdominal region. Don't put your neck down. Raise your neck up, shoulders rolling back and look up. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly exhale and down and relax in Makarasana. Take a deep breath and exhale and relax. Bhujangasana is one of the asana also known as the cobra posture, which is very much helpful to reduce the back pain. And the people who are suffering from the lower abdominal surgeries has to avoid practicing this process. The next asana is Shalabhasana. Coming back to the sitting, then slowly take your hands under the hip region or the thighs, chin placing down, stretching the toes down. Inhale and you have to raise your lower part of the body up as much as you can with the normal breathing. Inhale and raise up. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly down and release the hand and relax. Relax in Makarasana. Shalabhasana is also known as the grasshopper posture, which is a complementary asana for Bhujangasana. It gives a good blood circulation to the abdominal region and activates near the intestine. And by the blockage or by holding the buttocks tight, we'll be having Mula Bandha. Take a deep breath and exhale and relax. Now, slowly both the hands in sthiti, and we shall bring back both the hands next to your chest region, and slowly we shall come up. Yes. Now we'll be practicing the next type of asana called the supine asana, where we have to stretch our legs completely forward, one after the other, and we have to sleep on our back. Make sure that you are comfortable in Shavasana Sthiti. Join your legs together in Shavasana Sthiti. The first asana we'll be practicing Ardha Setubandhasana, the half bridge posture. Fold your both the legs together towards the buttocks. Try to take your heels towards the buttocks and try to hold the heels. If not possible, make sure using your palm with the help of the elbows, raising the hips up and placing under the lower back, the chin touching towards the upper chest region. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly release the hands and slowly stretch the legs forward and relax in Shavasana. Setubandhasana is also known as half bridge posture, which is very much helpful for the uterus and for the lower back pain. The people suffering from the lower disc problem and the problems with the abdominal surgeries has to avoid the practice. The next asana, Ardha Halasana. Join your legs together, slowly stretch your hands up to the ear level. Stretch your legs downwards and slowly inhale and raise your legs up for 90 degrees and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly stretch your legs forward and slowly bring your legs down completely. And slowly bring back your hands and relax. Ardha Halasana is also known as the flow posture, half flow posture, where it gives a good blood circulation to the abdominal region and works on the intestine. The people who are suffering from the lower back pain has to avoid practicing this. Slowly join your legs together, the last asana called Pavanamuktasana. Slowly inhale, raise your legs up and slowly fold your legs, interlock your hands and pull your knees towards the chin region and raise your chin up and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly inhale and back. Slowly raise your leg up and slowly bring back your hands down and the legs down and relax in Shavasana. Pavanamuktasana is one of the asana which is very much helpful to reduce the gastric problem. And the people who are suffering with the lower abdominal surgeries has to avoid practicing this. There is a kriya where there will be a jerky movement with the Pavanamuktasana also. It is a variation of Pavanamuktasana. Relax in Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and breath out. Toes facing outward, heels facing each other. Palm facing upwards with the gently closed eyes. Let your body be completely free and relaxed. Relax your whole body from the tip of your toe till the head region with the deep inhalation and exhalation. Just relax, observe the silence. Slowly concentrating to the outer world, give a gentle shake to your toe fingers and the hand fingers, turning your head left and right. Join your legs together, stretch your right hand up, hold your left leg, turn towards the right, and stretch your leg one on the other. Feel the straight slant line. Placing your left hand in the front of your chest region with the support. Inhale and come up and sit in any meditative posture. Sitting in meditative posture, it is one of the best practice always. So now we'll be practicing the pranayama. Before going to the pranayama, we have one of the major kriya called the Kapalabhati, which is very much beneficial. In Kapalabhati, we'll be practicing on the respiratory system, and Kapala means the skull, Bhati means the shining, where we give the complete shining and the good blood circulation to the brain by practicing this, and it improves the lungs capability also. The people who are suffering from the high blood pressures has to avoid practicing this, or there are many limitations of practicing, so you have to follow according to the instructor. Now we will be practicing this Kapalabhati for per second 1 exhalation, the 3 rounds. That means we'll be practicing according to the time. So make yourself comfortable. Hold your hands in any one of the mudra. Make sure when you're practicing Kapalabhati, you are exhaling from the nostrils, the active exhalation and the passive inhalation. After practicing the Kapalabhati, you need to observe the 4 stages. One stage is when you do the Kapalabhati, there will be more blood circulation to the head region. The second stage is that your breath will be held for a few seconds. And the third stage is that there will be a slow inhalation. And the fourth stage is that the blood rushes downwards slowly. So these are the 4 stages where you have to observe after the completion of the Kapalabhati. So make sure that the initial round will go the slow, the second round in a medium, and the third round will be practicing a little faster. So just practice with the instructions. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. The Kapalabhati or the pranayamas has to be practiced with the closed eyes, with the gentle smile. This exhalation should be only through the nostrils, not with the mouth. You have to exhale from the navi, from the below the navel region, completely. Not just with the nostril, not just with the throat or just chest. You have to exhale completely from the stomach. Inhale, exhale and start. Observe the changes after the practice. Feel the dryness and feel the saliva segregating in front of your mouth. Slowly take a sip by sip of your saliva and make your throat wet. The second round we'll be practicing in a medium speed. Inhale and start. Just observe all the changes, all the 4 stages, Take a deep, slow, long and deep inhalation and exhale completely and relax. The third stage we'll be practicing slowly. The third round. Inhale and start. After stopping, observe all the four stages. Take a slow, long and deep inhalation and deep exhalation and relax. And slowly open your eyes. We'll be practicing the pranayama, the king of pranayama, where the Nadi Shuddhi pranayama or Anuloma Viloma pranayama with the help of the Nasika mudra, where we'll be placing in front of our nostril, where we will be activating the Chandra Nadi and Surya Nadi and activating, balancing this both to activate the Sushumna Nadi. Slowly close the thumb finger with the right nostril. Exhale completely with the left nostril. Inhale from the left nostril. Close the left and exhale from the right. Inhale from the right nostril. Once again, close the right and exhale from the left. This is one set of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. We'll be practicing it for 3 rounds. Slowly make sure that you are practicing in a rightful manner with the balanced way of prana. Exhale from the left. Inhale from the left. Close the left and exhale from the right. Inhale from the right itself. Close the right. Exhale from the left. Inhale from the left itself. Close the left and exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Close the right and exhale from the left. The last round. Inhale from the left. Close the left. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right itself. Close the right and exhale from the left. And slowly bring back your hands down. And slowly open your eyes. Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama is one of the major pranayama to balance our pranavayus. It activates the Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi and Sushumna Nadi by practicing this pranayama, Anuloma Viloma pranayama. The further pranayama is called the Brahmari pranayama, which will be practicing this Brahmari pranayama with one of the mudra called Shanmukhi mudra, where the Shanmukhi mudra has the different variations. In that, I'll be practicing one variation. You can follow that using the Panchabhutas and Panchendriyas with the 5 elements. We'll be practicing where the little finger touching to the tip of your lips, the nose, then eyes, eyebrows or the upper eyelashes and the ears will be closed. And by practicing this mudra, it activates all the sensory nerves in the body and it activates all the sense organs also. And by practicing the Brahmari, it activates the blood cells and the brain cells actively working. And it reduces the headache, migraines and all can be reduced by practicing the Brahmari Pranayama. And it is very much helpful for the students for improving their concentration and the memory power. So while practicing, we have one more mudra called the Kechari mudra, where the tip of the tongue will be placed to the upper palate of the mouth and with teeth closed, lips gently closed and closed eyes. We'll be practicing for 3 rounds. Make sure that you are sitting comfortable and inhale and start humming the sound of Makara. Inhale and start. Slowly bring your hands down and relax. You can feel the silence and absorb the vibrations and the resonance of the sound. Feel the pleasantness, and this will be the rightful moment to go with the meditation. Controlling over the 5 sense organs, that is the pratyahara. Then make yourselves to get into the dharana, focusing on your breathing pattern. Inhale slowly and deeply. Exhale completely. Concentrating on to the tip of your nostril, we shall travel inside our body with the breathing pattern. Inhale and travel inside your body through the mindset, taking all the positive energies with the oxygen and throwing out all the negatives with the exhalation. Inhale. When you inhale, the oxygen passes through the nostril to the neck, then to the chest, then it goes to the stomach and bulges like a balloon. When you exhale, it comes out from the stomach to the chest region, then to the neck, then you exhale completely from the nostril. Concentrate on this breathing pattern for 3 rounds of your breathing, with the slow, long and deep inhalation and slow, long and deep exhalations. Yes, slowly concentrating to the outer world, we shall make a sankalpa of practicing the yoga in our day-to-day life. Whereas we have to make sure that the yoga is not just a physical activity. According to the call of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, it has been said and declared that my life, my yoga. So we have to implement yoga in our life. The life should be the yogic life. Make a sankalpa of that, and making a sankalpa of bringing this whole world as a one family, the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, is our dream, and it has to be and it will be only through the practice of yoga. We shall end this session with Tri Omkara and the ending prayer. Make sure bringing your hands in Namaskara Mudra, placed in front of your chest region. Inhale and start. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामय, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Make a fist of your right hand and hold it back in the left to the wrist. Inhale, look up, chin up, chest up. Exhale and bend forward to Bo Namanasana, throwing out all the egoistic things and throwing out all the negatives and taking all the positive energy from the Mother Earth. Inhale and come up. Release the mudra and rub your palms vigorously. Feel the heatness and the energy. Make a cup of it in front of your eyes and blink your eyes in the dark. Once again, close your eyes and rub your palm. Feel the heatness and the energy. Give a gentle massage to your eyeball to fissure reach in and to your whole body with love and affection. And slowly open your eyes by saying the Mother Earth. Namaste to all, and I heartily wish you all a very happy International Day of Yoga, the 6th International Day of Yoga in advance. And this has been recorded. So as it is the International Day of Yoga is tomorrow, so we'll be sharing the link through Yoga University of the Americas and the Yuva India Forum, which will be sharing the link where you can join us for the International Day of Yoga celebration from your home itself by practicing yoga through the live channel. So we'll be sharing this through Facebook, YouTube channels. So I heartily welcome you all for tomorrow's International Day of Yoga. Thank you so much once again. Namaste to all. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.